Suva, Fiji for round number 2 of the World Rugby Pacific Challenge. And of course, alright. Hah? Oi. Allora sarà Indu, yeah? Narto sotto che Canada, eh? Mm. Terus apa arti bu? Yep. Yeah, and Alifredi Modilut is here with me as well, eh? Thank you. And overcast conditions here in Suva, capital city of Fiji, for round number 2 of the World Rugby Pacific Challenge. Wherever you're joining us, whether it's here in Fiji, in the Pacific, or around the world, we welcome you here to ANZ Stadium, which, in what will be a very exciting round 2 clash. There's just conditions here in the capital city at the moment, of course, with the threat of Cyclone Pam that is currently in Vanuatu, and of course we feel for our neighbors in Vanuatu who are currently going through devastation with Cyclone Pam. I'm also joined in the commentary box by former Flying Fijians rep and also Fiji Rugby Union Development Officer, Mr. Alifredi Modilutu. Alifredi, a very good morning to you. Just your thoughts on the first match up this morning, which will see Argentina, Pampas, up against Tonga.
A very good morning to Wasinate, and a very good morning to all the viewers who've been watching the second game of the World Rugby Pacific Challenge. By looking at the two teams will be playing this morning, Argentina against Tonga. Argentina are the favorites of this tournament, so by looking at the team slip, a few changes from their first game last Tuesday. So, they are trying to rotate all the players, so probably the coach wants to see have a look at all the players how they perform. But looking at the Tongans, I think they've made a few changes, and they played well against Samoa. So today we'll see how can they deliver after the game.
And there's the Argentinian Pampas, who got off to a flying start in round number 1 on Tuesday when they defeated the home side, the Fiji Warriors, 22 points to 20. And they look well on track as defending champions of this World Rugby Pacific Challenge. They, of course, arrived into the stadium earlier on this morning, followed by the Tongan team, Tongan A side, who were very unfortunate on Tuesday. They lost to Samoa A in their opening match, 30 points to 28. It was a very close match. They did rally in the second half with a great comeback, but unfortunately it wasn't enough as Samoa A ran away with that match, 30 points to 28. It was nice to see the Tongans as well, rally in that second half. That's quite unusual to see of the Tongan side.
Yes, they were unsettled in the first half, but second half they marched into rugby, applying a lot of pressure to the Samoans. So luckily they lost, but by looking at how they play, they really play well. In all facets of the game.
And of course the two teams out on the field warming up, preparing for round number 2 of the World Rugby Pacific Challenge. And of course Tonga will be keen to get back after that first round loss to Samoa A, but they have a tough challenge up against the defending champions, the Pampas 15. Ali Ferretti, just your thoughts on what will be important for Tonga when they take on Argentina later on.
Well, they have to be physical in the contact areas. By looking at the size, they're quite small in the Argentinian pack. Now, if they can contest in the scrums and the line-out, win quality balls, and try to play out wide. Now they've got the pace for the back three. The full back and the wing really played well last Tuesday. They want to win. Now they have to shift the ball across.
As for the Argentinians, they've dominated up front. Your thoughts on them taking Tonga this morning? The Argentinians, of course, have been very dominant up front. Just your thoughts on what will be important for them as they take on Tonga A later on this morning.
Yeah, they're very consistent last Tuesday, but they want to maintain that consistency on the second round. But no, they're very dominant in the forwards. They've got a very big forward pack, and they're quite physical and very aggressive in other areas of the game. And that's the only thing that if Tonga want to stop them, they have to be up front.
Well, join us after the break as we bring you more from the World Rugby Pacific Challenge round number 2.
Inusutan ki All Blacks score.
And welcome back to the ANZ Stadium here in Suva, Fiji for round number 2 of the World Rugby Pacific Challenge. As we said earlier, overcast conditions, but we're expecting great rugby in round number 2 of the competition here in Suva. And, just looking back at the results from round number 1, it was Canada that got off to a good start last on Tuesday when they defeated Junior Japan 69 points to 17. Samoa A also grabbed the win, having defeated Tonga A 30 points to 28. And the Fiji Warriors, the home side, lost to the defending champions, the Pampas 15. 22 points to 20. And of course, match number 1 here in round number 2 of the World Rugby Pacific Challenge will see the defending champions, the Pampas 15, taking on Tonga. As we just see the point standing at the moment, Samoa leading pool number A with 5 points. The defending champions, the Pampas 15, with 4. Junior Japan have yet to register any points. In pool B, Canada, of course, favorites, leading with 5 points after that 69-17 thumping of Junior Japan. The Fiji Warriors and Tonga A have a point each. Just after round number 1, Ali Ferretti Mondilutu, who's joining me in commentary this morning, just after round number 1, we've seen two very dominant sides in Canada A and, of course, the defending champions, Pampas 15.
Yes, the defending champion Argentina looked good on Tuesday, and also the Canadian. But Canada will be tested today against Samoa. So the Samoa's in the leading pool in Pool A, and Canada. So we still got the third round to go next week. So now all the teams still have chances to make it to the final.
And there's the Tongan lineup for this first match in round number 2, captained by Akimeta Feo, the lock forward. And of course, the Argentinian Pampas captained this afternoon by halfback Martin Landajo. And it's interesting as well to see this lineup after having dominated last week up front and defeated the home side, the Fiji Warriors, 22 points to 20. We'll see if they can continue their winning form. And the match ball for this first match of round number 2 is taken into the midfield there. We've been quite fortunate here in Fiji, Ali Ferretti, with the weather conditions. It hasn't really deteriorated.
The weather today now very fine, fine day, good day to play rugby. The ground is quite in perfect condition. So no, we'll expect the teams to be performing well today.
And of course, the Tongan support was very evident on Tuesday in the opening round, and they had a lot to cheer for on Tuesday when Tonga came close with a fight back in the second half. Unfortunately, Samoa just held them off to win that match 30 points to 28, but never lacking support. The Pacific Islanders here in Suva, Fiji, of course, with a lot of the students from the region attending the University of the South Pacific, which is just a close proximity here to the ANZ Stadium at Laucala Bay. And of course, that's the cup that's up for grabs, the World Rugby Pacific Challenge Cup. And of course, the defending champions, Argentina, will be hoping they can lift that cup come the 23rd of March, which is next week, the following week, Monday, when we'll have the finals of the World Rugby Pacific Challenge. Just nice to see the supporters that have gathered early this morning to watch round number 2. I understand the teams have also been, touring around the schools, getting to meet some of the local schools here in Fiji, Ali Ferretti.
Yes, it's a good work by Vel, no, the Women's Development Officer, no, organizing all the legacy for the schools. You know, the teams go up to schools and especially girls' schools. The Warriors were up at Valentine Memorial Schools, and the Tongans went up to Ratuskun Memorial Schools. No, they're quite very interesting. You know, meeting all the players and no, and they look up to and no, and no, a few activities by the schools, a few activities by the players as well. So no, it's good to see those things activities happening in Fiji.
And the Tongans were real crowd pleasers when they were up at RSMS earlier this week. They even had a little dance for the students there that was thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, yeah, very much, very much. You know, the Tongans are very, no, they're very active in such activities like that. So, no, by asking Vela, no, they quite enjoying, and the school and the students are quite enjoying as well. No.
And malolele as well to our viewers joining us from Tonga. I'm sure you're very pleased with the way your team has been participating here at the World Rugby Pacific Challenge. And of course, we also welcome our viewers right around the region here in Fiji and of course around the world. Wherever you're joining us, we'd like to welcome you to our live broadcast for round number 2 of the World Rugby Pacific Challenge. And just earlier on this week, it was, coach of the Tongan A side, Manu Matavele, who mentioned that they wanted to use this tournament as a platform for exposure for their local players, because apparently at the last Rugby World Cup, the Tongan team consisted of 99% of overseas-based players, and so he's looking for a chance to give some of the local players in Tonga exposure and probably put their hands up for selection later on this year with the World Cup in England.
Yeah, it's good. These boys have been exposed to another level. No, like I've said last week, these are homegrown players. No, they've been developed within their home country and the union. No, these are only players that they can showcase and move up to another level. If they're good enough, they can be in the World Cup team this year. And we're expecting a very good crowd today by looking at the weather.
So we've been quite fortunate here in Fiji with the weather conditions, but of course our thoughts and prayers are with our Pacific Island neighbors in Vanuatu, who are currently being ravaged by Cyclone Pam, Category 5 cyclone that is in the region. And of course our thoughts and prayers are with them this morning. As we prepare for kickoff in this match number 1 of round number 2, and Liueli Simote gets it up high. Oh, well taken in there by the Argentino, Lisandro Ahuali.
Obstruction by the Argentinian players. Good take by the number 5.
That's Anibal Garrido. So a great start there from the Tongans, but as you just saw there, the player in front of him, that was Matias Alemano. So obstruction there from the Argentinians. So early points opportunity here for Tonga. And possibly a start that they'd be looking for in this match.
Yes, of course. No, they have to apply pressure put in pressure on the Argentinian team if they want to win this game.
Unfortunately, that screwed off the side of his boot and didn't go according to target. So they'll be pretty disappointed with that. Liueli Simote.
So 3 points is very important. If you have a chance to kick at 3 points, make sure.
So the Tongans couldn't capitalize on that early 3 points, but they have possession at the moment as they spread it out. Simote, Apakuki Ma'afu, they lost the ball backwards and it's gone into touch.
Apakuki Mahavu, the number 12 for Tonga, is the younger brother of flying Fijian prop Kempis Mahavu. I think one of his brothers played for the Wallabies as well.
Yes. So all three brothers playing for
Yep.
Fiji, the Wallabies and Tonga. Taken in nicely there by Fuente for Argentina as they spread it out quickly once again. Thomas Carrio carrying it forward. There's the captain at halfback, Martin Ladanjo. But it's been stolen by Tonga. Great work there from the Tongans. Hesitated a bit, but finally put the ball to the boot. As the Argentinians decided to run early in this match, Ali Ferretti.
Yes, by looking at how they're playing today, no, they've been swinging the ball around, shift the ball around and make those backline run.
Javier Rojas.
Good start by the Tongan as well.
Javier Rojas made a good start there, but unfortunately dropped the ball. As we see that once again, he had found a gap. Just a tackle there from Aki Metafayo, the captain of Tonga, spilt the ball forward.
Well, the Tongan have to be dominant in the contact areas, especially the one-on-one tackle. Pull those Argentina's ball carrier, ball man on the ground, and try to slow their ball.
So it'll be interesting to see this first look at the scrum between these two sides. Of course, we saw Argentina dominating against Fiji in round number 1 on Tuesday. Samu Muna, the Tongan halfback, is going to feed into the scrum. Plays for the Silapelu club back home in Tonga. Oh.
Argentinian loose head prop is taking the scrum down. So the Tongan have to be patient, no? And do all the scrum process well.
They clear it into touch. Unfortunately, it's not going to find its mark as Ramiro Mayane swings it out quickly. That's Javier Rojas. But they've lost it, the Tongans. An opportunity here for them. They had good intention, the Argentinians. They wanted to run it out from deep within their own territory, but just unfortunate there. Handling errors, just letting them down there. But it's interesting to see that the Argentinians prepared to run it early on in this match. Alfred.
Yeah, a good slight defense by the Tongans, tried to get into the advantage line and make those tackles. But the Argentinas knocked the ball forward.
Samu Muna.
Crouch. By. Set.
Oh, heavy shove there from the Argentinians.
Good pressure from the Argentina.
But well taken in there by Jack Ram. Well controlled at the back by Jack Ram.
Use it.
They pick it up and drive forward at close quarters. Muna, oh, they've been driven back, the Tongans. Great defense from the Pampas. Trying to go on the short side. Jack Ram has the ball. Places it back for Muna. Oh, they've
Now they
lost
lost
it
the ball.
forward. Ladanjo is spread it out quickly. Javier Rojas. Great handling once again. Martin Ladanjo. And out wide. It looked, if he can go all the way, it's the first points here for the Argentinians. Thomas Carrio.
Well, a good try by the Argentina. No, the try was great from the 10 overs, from the Tongans. A good defense by the Argentina. They turned the ball over and now
Yes, Louis.
and they scored the try.
Well set up there by Javier Rojas, working well with Ramiro Moyano. And of course the link man there, Martin Ladanjo, the captain as well. He saw the man out wide, Thomas Carrio, and had great pace, worked the inside. And Thomas Carrio with the first points here for the defending champions. They're leading 5-0 over Tonga A.
Well, we can see the Tongans are running too close to the ruck where all the Argentinian big forward are standing. No, if we can shift the ball wide and try to penetrate from the middle of the field, so we can get more gaining the advantage line.
And of course, Javier Rojas, the first five for the Argentinians, playing a key role in that movement that led to the try. He doesn't raise the flags, but it remains the Argentinian Pampas have off to a good start, leading Tonga A 5 points to 0.
They are the favorites and the defending champion as well.
Liueli Simote with a nice kick up high. Almost lost it forward. That was Matias Alemano, but he managed to regather. Now that's a wild pass back. Trying to control it at the back there. Rogers working well with Ramiro Moyano. Argentinians still making good yardage. In control at the moment. As they spin it once again, they're ready to run here at the ANZ Stadium.
They've got numbers out wide.
Matias Alemano lays it back nicely, playing halfback Santiago Cordero. Looking very strong, Thomas Lezana. Martin Ladanjo, the captain, gets it going again. Javier. Great passage of play from the Argentinians. Ramiro Moyano. Garrido still with the Argentinians. Good control at the moment as they go through their faces.
Very good build-up phases from the Argentinians. No? They're very aggressive. They're taking the ball. They're running hard. No, the execution from the ruck. No, quick ball up to the second phase. Then out they go again.
Rogers, Javier finds it into touch. As we see that once again, a great passage of play from the Argentinians, great continuity. Garrido.
Yep, come. We'll go for the line out. Open up.
And that was really where they were penalized, the Tongans.
Step wide back. Take another
So
step.
the Argentinians playing a lot better here in round number 2. We didn't see them play like this against the Fiji Warriors in their opening match.
Yeah, sure. Probably the weather, but now it's quite cool and no, it's a good day to play rugby. Now we can see some good and exciting rugby.
Mistake there from the Argentinian line-out, taken in by the Tongans.
Ruck 4.
Very physical at the breakdown. All the Argentinians have managed to snatch that away.
It's the second turnover.
Facundo Isa. Martin Ladanjo. Bit scrappy at the moment, but they've managed to regather that. The Argentinians. Matias Alemano. Ladanjo. Looking to go one way and then changed his mind. Santiago Cordero. Ladanjo. Still going, the Argentinians, but they've lost it forward. And the Tongans will be pretty relieved with that.
We did numbers to the breakdown.
Great pressure from the Argentinians, pinning the Tongans back in their territory. Jack Ram working hard, trying to get some good yardage for his side.
No advantage here.
Jack Ram, he was playing number 6 last Tuesday, and he really played well. He's a good ball carrier, very strong.
And Jack Ram, of course, plays for the Northland team in the ITM Cup in New Zealand. And he, of course, also featured at the Rugby World Cup in New Zealand in 2011.